So I chose to look at Anna Freud and her contributions to the realm of psychology. Some background on her life is she is the youngest daughter of Sigmund Freud, so the youngest of 6 children. She started off living in Vienna with her family and then eventually moved to England to improve her English skills and studied there at a university. And then eventually she moved back to Vienna, was forced back because of World War I had started. During this time, she was reading all of her father's previous work and was attending conferences with him and traveling with him. And during her travels, she met lots of poets and writers, was inspired by them to become more interested in how the world works and everything. And I found this interesting quote from Anna Freud that says, "The more I became interested in psychoanalysis, the more I saw it as a road to the same kind of broad and deep understanding of human nature that writers possess." I feel like this quote describes for her how psychoanalysis is simply trying to understand the reasons and feelings behind the actions that people do, which writers seem to have a good understanding of since they portray it very well in every creation they make. And I found it very interesting that she was inspired by poetry to find a deeper understanding about psychoanalysis. Anna began working with children in different classrooms, and she's decided to start analyzing the children and their behaviors. She decided to take the opposite approach from what her father had taken previously. Instead of taking adults and looking at their past childhood memories and psychoanalyzing those, she decided to look at children and psychoanalyze what their actions were and what caused them. During this time, Sigmund Freud became sick with cancer. This caused Anna to take care of him and decrease her time with the children. However, during this time, she still managed to get enough research to show the world that some of his theories about children were correct, such as how children seem to develop in distinct stages, just like Sigmund had proposed previously. While looking at these different developmental stages, Anna noted that if you interrupt certain attachment periods, it can lead to more psychological problems for that child later on in life. As well as looking at these developmental stages, she also noticed that different coping mechanisms that her father had seen in adults can also be seen in children. The most common that she found were repression, projection, displacement, and regression. She was also one of the first people to recognize that children may need different psychological treatments than what adults receive. Since Anna Freud had recognized that children need different psychological treatments than what adults receive, she started looking at new research and new methods and trying to help children with their mental health. Since then, the Anna Freud National Center for Children and Families, which is a charity organization, is out helping families and children to try to receive the help that they need for their children's mental health issues. It has been standing and working to help children all across the world for 60 years. In conclusion, Anna was considered a leader in the field of child analysis and was one of the first people to recognize that children weren't just a mini version of adults. She noted numerous important trends in child development and mental health, all the while taking care of her sick father and proving to the world that women can be a psychologist too, and that children need to be looked at in a whole different light.